I got it done.
Quick and efficient. Next up, amen. Next up is Corlette Stewart Burns.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, everyone has been eating. I need y'all to stand up right now. Stand up. Dr. Moore has made me change everything that I was about to tell y'all. I got to go just do this total, okay? Y'all good? Everybody standing up? I want you guys to repeat after me. I am a change agent.
I am a change agent.
And I'm going to change the narrative on poverty.
And I'm going to change the narrative on poverty.
Meaning, I am a change agent.
I am a change agent.
And I am going to change the narrative on poverty.
And I am going to change the narrative on poverty.
Okay, let's talk now. So let me tell you, I too understand about poverty. And I know I'm going to talk about branding and marketing and storytelling. Everything that they tell you in this book, I'm going to touch on. But I can't start without telling you my history about my family. So for those of you who do not know my father, Dr. Shelley Stewart, he became poor or in poverty at the age of 5, probably before then, in the 1930s. At the age of 5 years old, he witnessed my grandmother murdered. My grandfather actually came home in a drunken rage and hit her in the head with an axe. Knocked her out of a window where she hung and died there. At 7 years old, he went to be a street kid. 7 years old. He's been my blessing, I tell you. And I tell you, when I go through challenges and struggle, I say I can come through anything. I made a mistake, and we all do. I got pregnant at 16, became a young mom, had to hit it. It's amazing how you become one check away from being homeless. And I was there. But the important part that I want you guys to be excited about and just to try to do with this marketing and branding information that I want to tell you is so that you can make sure people understand who you are, what you're doing, and that you exist. You're there for them. So that's why I'm going to go into the branding and marketing. Somebody stole my paper when they was up here speaking, so I'm just going to still go off with my notes in my head. Don't worry, bud. It's okay. It's okay. So I've come. He's doing this all right, baby. Let me tell you, I've been blessed enough to be determined enough to go and graduate from Auburn University, and I have my master's from Georgia State. I encouraged my daughter to get her master's in forensic toxicology from Mississippi State and her master's in toxicology from University of Florida. So I just want to tell you how you can change the narrative on poverty. But you got to be there in the community to talk to them. You got to be there to listen first and then talk. Listen first, then talk. I've been the first director of communication for UAB, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, the first public information officer for Jefferson County, and now I own my own company, and I am blessed. So how do I do that? And how do I get companies like Dunkin' Donuts? How do I go and get clients in other states like Texas and so forth? How do they know about me? What do I do different than other small businesses, especially that's located here in Birmingham? I understand marketing. I understand the importance of branding. And this Dr. Moore, oh baby, he has a brand of his own, okay? So as a regional, he's gonna be the regional director, right?
Regional program manager.
Program manager. It's some change about to come. I just want y'all to know that. It's some change on the horizon. But I want to give you, I'm supposed to start my clock so I know not to talk too long because I get it from my father. But branding and marketing is so important. And I want to tell you, just as you put the time into finding a person that's going to manage your finances so you won't get in trouble, just as much time you put in trying to find the right technology, the IT portion, so you won't get in trouble, you really need someone that understands marketing and branding. It's so many individuals out here now popping up with companies and telling you that they can. Ask for the background on what they have done and their results, okay? More importantly, if you're unable to get someone and pay someone because you're a nonprofit for marketing, get somebody on your board. I serve on a board for YWCA and Child Care Resources, and you better believe they use my expertise in branding and marketing, okay? Branding and marketing, it has to start with strategic planning. So make sure your marketing executive is part of your strategic planning process, because they need to understand when crisis communication comes. You gotta have a workshop about that, right? They have to understand how to do a full communication plan, understand the target audience, understand what messaging that needs to be put out in the public. Make sure everyone from the executive level to the person that's out in the community are singing the same song. So understand what the problem is and what you're trying to accomplish. They need to understand how to position you compared to other nonprofits or community in action. So your CMO or your marketing executive has to be at the table. Does that make sense? So I'm just gonna leave by giving you some, because maybe I might not get a chance to talk again, they may stop me. So I'm gonna give you some things to just kind of keep in your mind when you looking at strategic planning. One, everything you do and everything you say tells the public something about your brand. Everything you do and everything you say tells us something about you. Everything you don't do, because you don't want to be out in the public, everything you don't do and everything you don't say because you want it behind closed doors tells us something about you, okay? That's branding. Don't be afraid of crises. That's the time when you have to step up the most and just be honest about what's going on, but have a plan, okay? Let me see what else I had on my paper that somebody stole. Another thing I want you guys to know is Dr. Moore talked about the ivory tower. People sit in boardrooms and try to say what the people in the community want to do, okay? You cannot make just the decisions just at in the boardroom or at the executive table. You can't, because branding is your perception of your organization plus the public's perception of your organization. That's your brand. It's not what you think, like, oh yeah, we got it right, we doing. No, people know when you're lying. People know when you're sincere, authentic. So your perception of your organization plus the public's perception of your organization equals your brand. Now,